Get ready for cargo shots from the Strat Times, presented by HACTL. Here's a weekly roundup of the latest air freight and logistics news.
DHL air freight volumes dip as group exceeds 2025 profit target. TIACA and HACTL sign deal to sponsor the Rising Star Award. And Teesside Airport lands a major new freight deal. Stay with us as we unpack the biggest developments that shaped global air cargo this week. I am Nikita Sebastian and this is Cargo Shots presented by HACTL. Teesside International Airport has secured a major cargo agreement with European Cargo, which will establish a new operational base and launch 5 weekly long-haul freighters to China. The service will provide up to 375 tons of export capacity each week, supporting regional exporters. The flights will use Airbus A340-600 freighters and form part of European Cargo's strategy to expand its UK operations. The deal will strengthen international trade links, create jobs and support Teesside's growth as a logistics and cargo hub. Kuehne+Nagel increased its air cargo volumes by 7% in 2025 to 2.24 million tons, maintaining its position as the world's largest air freight forwarder by volume. Growth was driven largely by strong demand from Asia, particularly linked to shipments for AI and cloud infrastructure. Despite higher volumes, earnings declined as freight rates fell 3.8% and economic conditions remained weak. Air logistics turnover reached 8 billion Swiss francs, while EBIT dropped to 429 million Swiss francs. The company expects recurring EBIT of 1.2 to 1.4 billion Swiss francs in 2026. The US and Israeli air campaign against Iran has halted flights across the Middle East, grounding cargo operations in hubs such as Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Doha. With Middle Eastern carriers accounting for 13% of global air freight, the disruption has cut worldwide cargo capacity by 22%, according to aviation consultancy Aviation. Analysts warn spot rates on Asia-Europe routes are already rising, with shippers facing delays for goods ranging from fresh produce to aircraft parts. Europe and Asia-Pacific are expected to feel the sharpest impact, while Chinese airlines may benefit from access to Russian airspace, easing transit compared to Western rivals. Xeneta, a freight rate benchmarking and analytics platform, reported that global air cargo demand rose 6% year-on-year in February, signaling resilience despite trade turbulence. Spot rates climbed 5% to $2.58 per kilogram, driven by Lunar New Year demand and a weaker US dollar. Europe-North America saw the sharpest increase, up 21%, while semiconductor shipments boosted Northeast Asia, North America by 10%. However, Xeneta notes the outlook shifted after strikes on Iran closed Middle East airspace, cutting significant capacity. The firm warns prolonged disruption could double or triple freight rates and push Brent crude above $100 per barrel, triggering wider economic shocks. Heightened security risk in the Strait of Hormuz, which handles 20% of global oil shipments, further underscored the fragility of global trade and logistics. The Air Cargo Agents Association of India, or ACAI, has urged regulators to suspend demurrage charges on export consignments stranded at airport terminals due to disruptions in international flight operations caused by the Iran-US conflict. In a letter to the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India, or AERA, and Airport Authority of India, Cargo Logistics and Allied Services Company Limited, or ICLAS, the association called for immediate relief measures for exporters. ACAI said airspace closures, route restrictions, and flight diversions have delayed cargo movement, leaving shipments stuck at airports. It argued the disruptions are beyond exporters' control and requested authorities to permit airline changes, facilitate back-to-town procedures, and create alternate routing options. Meanwhile, India's Directorate General of Foreign Trade has formed an interministerial group to assess the impact of geopolitical developments on supply chains. Additional DGFT Abhinav Gupta has been appointed as nodal officer. Export bodies have also urged the government to expand international cargo handling capacity at more airports and provide support to exporters facing delays. DHL Group has extended the contract of CEO Tobias Meyer until March 2031. Meyer has been part of the group's management board since 2019 and became CEO in 2023. The supervisory board said his leadership helped complete Strategy 2025 and is now guiding the company's next growth phase under Strategy 2030. DHL Group reported 2025 revenue of 82.9 billion euros, down 1.6%, while operating profit rose to 6.1 billion euros, exceeding its target of at least 6 billion euros. Air freight volumes declined 1% to 1.8 million tons. The Global Forwarding Freight Division reported revenue of 18.6 billion euros and operating profit of 756 million euros. The International Air Cargo Association, or TIACA, has signed a multi-year agreement with Hong Kong Air Cargo Terminals Limited, or HACTL, to sponsor the TIACA Rising Star Award through 2028. The award celebrates young professionals under 35 who are driving innovation and leadership in global logistics. The next Rising Star will be announced at the TIACA Executive Summit in Warsaw this June, with nominations open until April 8. Meanwhile, Director General Glenn Hughes will step down after 5 years, having advanced sustainability, innovation and digitalization. TIACA is now seeking his successor, with Hughes supporting the transition. Thank you for joining us on this week's Cargo Shots. Stay updated by hitting the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and visiting www.stattimes.com for daily news updates. We will be back next week with a new episode of Cargo Shots featuring more interesting stories.
You've been watching Cargo Shots from the Start Times, presented by HACTL. See you next week with more updates from the air cargo and logistics industry.